Congratulations, you've unlocked a new chapter. The 80s, 280s. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? I don't know, you tell me. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? Whom God created limitless is free. So do we try to place limits on people? You can guess that we do, but whom God created limitless is free. I can invent imprisonment for him, but only in illusions, not in truth. No thought of God has left its father's mind. No thought of God is limited at all. No thought of God, but is forever pure. Wait, that doesn't make sense to me. Can I lay limits on the Son of God, whose Father willed that he be limitless and like himself in freedom and in love? Today, I'm okay with partially understanding it today. To be honest, I woke up, I don't really care. To be honest, I woke up completely in the grip of the ego mind, not feeling good. It's beautiful out, I don't care. But yesterday I was great. So I don't know why we're so fickle and unstable. Like, I don't know. I don't know how we wake up literally on the wrong side of the bed. Today, let me give honor to your Son, for thus alone I find the way to you. Father, I lay no limits on the Son you love, and you created limitless. The honor that I give to him is yours, and what is yours belongs to me as well. For lesson 280, Jesus told us that our self-righteous judgment imprisons us. You don't realize that your self-righteous judgment imprisons you. But what you judge other people for, you judge yourself for that. So if you are judging them for something, essentially you will be judging yourself for that very same thing. Judgment is projection, and projection displaces your guilt or self-loathing or whatever it is that you're projecting. Projection displaces it, but does not remove it from your mind. So it still exists in your mind. And not only does it exist in your mind, but projection magnifies it and keeps it alive. Projection magnifies and keeps the guilt alive. And it's your guilt that you are projecting. It's your self-loathing that you are projecting. So understand this. When you cease to project and you cease to judge and you cease all of that, you bring release and relief to your mind. You start to balance your mind and you bring it back to the truth. So cease to judge and balance your mind. Okie dokie. So essentially, our minds get caught up in judgment or projection, or instead of feeling bad, we project it out. Instead of feeling guilt, we project it out. Instead of admitting what we are hiding in our minds, we project it out. So if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, Sadie, you need to balance your mind again with some type of release, relief. Don't judge, don't project, do your best. Don't be magnifying it. If you start to feel self-righteous, say, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is only going to imprison me. So anyways, projection does not remove it from your mind. It just displaces it. And then it makes it stronger, it keeps it alive. It makes whatever is tormenting you even more powerful. So have fun with that. What limits can I lay upon Son's God? Well, we can try a little of this, a little of that. But in truth, we cannot do that. And in truth, no one can do that to us either. pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 280 Insights. What limits can I lay upon God's Son? As I open to seeing the Christ that lies behind every form I encounter, the dream starts to break up. Instead of seeming solid and certain, the veil seems thinner and less believable. My job now is to see everyone as God created them and not give credence to the false ideas I made up. The ego's thought system is totally false from beginning to end. There is not one part of it that is true. All forms of separation are equally false, no matter how appealing or distasteful they may seem to be. The Holy Spirit needs to be my constant companion as I go through the day. It is the Holy Spirit that can show me the light behind every form. It is the Holy Spirit that undoes all illusions in my mind. Belief and limitation is the ego's credo. Today I will practice letting go of every belief in limitation that comes up in my mind by taking it to the Holy Spirit to be done. God is changeless. God is. From the ego's point of view, the title of today's lesson seems to be a challenge. I can picture an image of the ego sitting back and conniving to make up new limitations it thinks it can impose upon God's Son. The Holy Spirit looks on this with gentle laughter, for it knows that only the insane could think it possible that a limit could be placed on what God created limitless. To know myself, I must learn to look at and recognize every limit I think I have. This mindfulness must be done with the guidance of the Holy Spirit and with his calm assurance of strength. Because the Holy Spirit recognizes that all limitations are illusions, there is no fear when these illusions are looked upon under his guidance. He does not make the error of believing they are real. If I attempt on my own to try to look on these limitations, they are bound to bring up guilt and fear. Because when I believe I am alone, I believe the limitations are real and have real consequences. Thus, guilt and fear will lead me to attempt to hide from and avoid many of those imagined limitations, believing they are too fearful to look at. This is not a job for the faint of heart, and the ego is faint of heart, having no life. This is a job for the strong of heart. This strength comes from the Holy Spirit that reminds us of the life we have in God. It is through this strength, the strength of God, that we can look on these mistaken ideas of limitation, lack, and loss fearlessly. Today, I will remember that I always walk with God. I will pay attention to the Holy Spirit in my mind, who reminds me that I remain safe in the limitless and free mind of God. Today, I dedicate to keeping my mind open to the Holy Spirit's message that I am limitless and free, for there are no limits that can be laid upon the Son of God, myself. This morning, I was thinking about how I am often upset when I think I have been rejected. I am quick to accept other people's opinion of me, especially if it affirms my secret fear that I am somehow less than. I took this to the Holy Spirit and sincerely asked to see this differently. What I heard is that I am as God created me, Thinking that that can be changed is laughable. I saw myself as made of diamond, and the world was trying to chip away at me by throwing spitballs at me. I saw myself trying to punish myself by self-flagellation with no more damage done than was done with the spitballs. What God created is unchangeable. I am not affected by anyone's opinion, even my own. I can only dream that I am, and I'm free to wake up from that dream whenever I choose to look at my fears with the Holy Spirit. pathwaysoflight.org. There you have it. Spitballs. Pathways of Light had me almost choking up with laughter there with the spitball analogy. So spitballs, they can't hurt you. You can't hurt you. Nobody can hurt you. Nobody's opinion of you can hurt you. Your opinion of you cannot even hurt you, because who you really are is home with God, not making spitballs. I really messed up one word. Credo. I think I said credo. I don't even know what that means though. Credence, cred, I don't know. Sometimes they throw a curveball at me with some words, and I mess them up. And then I got to be careful not to make myself feel bad for messing up. I always make myself good by saying nobody listens to your videos anyways, so no one's going to catch that. So how do we degrade ourselves all day long? How do we try to imprison others all day long? When we try to imprison others, it's a vicious cycle. We're imprisoning ourselves. We need to knock it off. We need to go outside. We need to go for a bike ride. That's what we need to do. We need to stop judging. We need to stop projecting. We need to stop displacing the guilt and instead take it to the Holy Spirit and ask, can I please be shown a different way? Can I please look at this different? Can I please have a little bit of help today? You better walk by me all day long. All right. So anyways, on that note, if you ain't doing so good, just keep on giggling. Eat up a minute and then get going. Get going and do your best and let it be what it is. And we always got tomorrow. Well, we don't actually always have tomorrow because time isn't even real, but we don't need to go there. Just go.